super rare and most expensive American muscle cars. During the 1960s and early 1970s, America's fascination with muscle cars was at its peak. While sports cars and supercars dominate today's performance vehicle market, classic muscle cars defined an era. These two-door sports coupes, fueled by formidable V8 engines, stand as icons of power and beauty. While some muscle cars were mass-produced, others were released in extremely limited quantities, making them elusive treasures for enthusiasts. Here's a rundown of the rarest muscle cars ever crafted. Number 10, 1966 Ford Fairlane, 500 R code. The Fairlane underwent a significant transformation from its birth as a full-size model in 1955 to its redesign into a mid-size vehicle in 1962 by Ford. By 1966, Ford had propelled the Fairlane into the realm of muscle cars, eventually serving as the foundation for the Torino and Cobra lines. While the Fairlane had already birthed a high-performance model in 1964, known as the Thunderbolt, a factory drag car produced in limited quantity, the Fairlane 500 R code emerged as a notable contender. Only 57 of these exceptional vehicles rolled off the assembly line, each boasting a race-ready package. This package included dual Holley carburetors, front disc brakes, a lift-off hood, and a radio delete option. Moreover, it was powered by Ford's most formidable engine of the era, the 7.0-liter Cobra V8, churning out an impressive 425 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. Number 9, 1963 Chevrolet Impala Z11. In 1963, Chevrolet rolled out the high-performance version of its Impala, dubbed the Z11, targeting drag racing enthusiasts. This souped-up sedan boasted a 7.0-liter V8 engine with upgrades like a cowl induction air intake system and dual Carter AFB carburetors. The Z11, based on the Sport Coupe model, featured aluminum body parts and shed weight by ditching extras like the radio and heater. Despite its modest appearance, it packed a punch with around 430 horsepower and 575 pound-feet of torque. With just 57 units produced, the Z11 remains a rare find among collectors. Number 8, 1967 Dodge Coronet WO23, Plymouth Belvedere RO23. In the 1960s, it wasn't just General Motors and Ford dominating the factory-prepped race car scene in Detroit. Mopar was right there with them, launching a pair of road-legal dragsters in 1967. The Dodge Coronet WO23 and Plymouth Belvedere RO23 were practically twins, save for some badges and minor details. These beasts had their batteries relocated to the trunk and stripped of unnecessary frills like radios and heaters. Many even ditched the rear seats. Under the hood, both packed Mopar's cutting-edge 7.0-liter Hemi V8 engine, boasting a formidable 425 horsepower. To meet NHRA's drag strip homologation requirements, Dodge and Plymouth each churned out 55 units of these superstock category cars. Number 7, 1970-1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda Convertible. The feature that qualifies it for this list is its convertible layout. Plymouth produced very few drop-top versions of the Cuda during that time. Specifically, in both 1970 and 1971, only 21 examples of the Hemi-fitted Cuda rolled off the assembly line. That averages out to just 10 per year, making it a strong contender for the rarest American muscle cars list. The limited production was partly attributed to the car's high price tag, which rivaled that of the Ford Mustang Boss 429 or Shelby GT 350, both esteemed performance cars of that era. Number 6, 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle 454 SS LS6. Assuming you find one, of course, because this beast was built in just 20 units. The Chevelle was already a solid muscle car in the late 1960s when it was available with a range of small and big block V8 engines. But 1970 saw the introduction of the LS6 upgrade for the 7.4-liter V8 mill. The package added a single 4-barrel Holley carburetor that increased power to 450 horses and 500 pound-feet of torque. Like many muscle cars from the era, the LS6 came with an underrated power rating to keep insurance costs down, so actual output was in excess of 500 horsepower. Number 5, 1971 Pontiac GTO Judge Convertible. The second convertible on our list is the highly sought-after Pontiac GTO Judge from the early 1970s. While the GTO Judge was a popular nameplate in coupe form, the convertible version didn't receive as much attention. Production of the Judge ceased after 1971, and finding one of the 340 examples produced is quite a challenge. The GTO Judge was equipped with Pontiac's most powerful engine of the time, a 7.5-liter V8 delivering 335 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. This engine was part of the Mountain Performance package, which was standard on the GTO Judge. Number 4, 1969 Chevrolet Corvette ZL1. In 1968, Chevrolet overhauled the Corvette, giving it a meaner look. The C3 Corvette, shaped like a Coke bottle, boasted powerful V8 engines and top-notch performance. The L71 engine, with 435 horsepower, ruled the roost initially, but the L88 option stole the show with its race-ready specs: 430 horsepower, high-capacity carburetor, aluminum heads, and high compression ratio. In 1969, Chevy upped the ante with the ZL1, replacing the L88 with an all-aluminum 7.0-liter V8. It was pricey, matching the car's sticker at $4,700, plus about $550 for mandatory add-ons. Only 3 were sold to the public, making it ultra-rare. With nearly 500 horsepower, the ZL1 became the fastest production car, revered as the holy grail of Corvettes by collectors. Though none have appeared at auctions, experts estimate the 1969 Corvette ZL1's value at over $2 million. Number 3, 1967-1970 Dodge Coronet RT 426 Hemi Convertible. The Dodge Coronet makes another appearance on this list, showcasing its rarity beyond the W023. Alongside the drag-oriented W023, Dodge unveiled the RT Road and Track variant for the Coronet. Equipped with the 7.0-liter Hemi V8 engine, the RT was a limited production, particularly in 1967, with only 2 convertibles crafted. This trend continued into 1970, with an updated Hemi engine, where again, just 2 convertibles were manufactured among a larger production of RT models. However, snagging one of these elusive specimens isn't a simple task. Rarely do they surface for sale, and when they do, prepare to shell out over $300,000 for the 1967 models and north of $1 million for the 1970 iterations. If you're a collector with a penchant for unique classics, keep your ears peeled for these elusive gems. Number 2, 1967 Shelby Cobra Super Snaky. The Shelby Cobra, a famed American car, had a short production span from 1962 to 1967. Carroll Shelby introduced the Super Snake variant, featuring street-legal modifications and a powerful 800-horsepower 7.0-liter V8 engine with twin Paxton superchargers. Only 2 were made, one for Shelby and one for comedian Bill Cosby. Cosby found it too challenging to handle and returned it. One Super Snake was sold to a customer in San Francisco, who reportedly drove it off a cliff into the Pacific Ocean. The remaining Super Snaky was auctioned in 2007 for $5 million, setting a U.S. vehicle record at the time. Number 1, 1967 Shelby Mustang GT500 Super Snake. In 1965, following Ford's Mustang debut, Carroll Shelby launched upgraded editions of the iconic pony car. By 1967, both the GT350 and GT500 were on the roads. The GT350 was a lightweight, track-focused variant, while the GT500 boasted a beefier V8, embodying a road-going beast. In the same year, Shelby crafted a special GT500 for Goodyear to promote a new tire line. Dubbed the Super Snake, it packed a 7.0-liter V8 from the Ford GT40 MKII race car. Enhanced with a beefed-up transmission and rear end, the Super Snake could hit 170 mph, a remarkable feat for its time. Originally, Shelby intended to produce 50 units, but Ford balked at the doubled cost compared to a standard GT500. Recently restored, the lone surviving Super Snake fetched a staggering $2.2 million at auction in 2019, earning it the title of the priciest Mustang ever. It remains an elusive gem, making it the rarest muscle car to date. Happy with today's list? Which car do you fancy most? Drop your pick in the comments below. Catch you in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of the muscle car masters in American history.